Many English students often ignore phonetic skills, but if you want to be understood in any language, pronunciation is important, and you have to learn how to make new sounds. Otherwise, you will be misunderstood. Learning to pronounce English words correctly can be one of the hardest parts of learning English. But if you practice the right exercises, you can achieve your goal. In this video, you will learn some ideas to improve your English pronunciation. Stick around, continue watching. But first, check out the description and subscribe to my channel now to start this English journey. Leave a like on this video and share it with your friends. When we are children, we can learn several languages at once very easy. But when we start learning a new language as an adult, it's not always easy to learn a foreign language with clear pronunciation, because we don't use the same area of our brain. Good pronunciation is more than just mastering individual sounds. There are two important elements of English pronunciation and speaking that everyone has to consider. English is a stressed language. It means there are some words and sounds more important than others. Stress is a very important part when speaking English, because a word can entirely change meaning depending on when you put the stress. Sentences have stresses too. Some words are said with more strength and clarity than the rest of the sentence. You can hear this when you say the sentence aloud. If you want to sound natural and keep your listeners focused on the context of your sentences, you need to master intonation. Incorrect intonation can change the meaning of a sentence or just sound very strange to a native English speaker. Because intonation involves the rise and fall of your voice when speaking. It's especially important for conveying feelings or adding nuance to sentences. Don't worry if you don't sound like a native speaker or if you have a heavy accent. This is not a problem because your accent is part of your identity. Pronunciation only becomes a problem when it causes a breakdown in communication between you and the people you are talking to. Speaking a foreign language requires your mouth, tongue, and lips to move in a familiar way. Pay special attention to the mouth of English speakers and try to mimic them in front of a mirror or record yourself speaking English in front of a camera. It's also a good idea to exaggerate your sounds at the beginning. Pay special attention to the ones you have trouble pronouncing. This is an excellent exercise for improving your pronunciation. If your English pronunciation is incorrect, this language becomes incomprehensible. Practicing your pronunciation is an important part of your studies. Good pronunciation helps others understand you more quickly. Speaking a foreign language is a physical and mental process. Having conversations in English, for example, is an excellent exercise to practice your pronunciation. Consider to participate in forums, meetings, events, to expose yourself to the language. Because if you want to improve your English, you need to practice as much as you can. However, many English students think the faster they speak, the better an impression they will make. Speaking too fast reinforces bad habits and makes the speaker sound nervous and indecisive. Good pronunciation is not just about the individual sounds. You also need to focus on how to put the words together. Speaking slowly will give you time to breathe properly and think about what you want to say. Once you are familiar with the sound of English, you are ready to work on your pronunciation. When you practice speaking, notice how your mouth, tongue, and lips move, and how they affect the way you pronounce the word. It's also a good idea to record yourself, because this allows you to see and hear what your weaknesses are and where you have made mistakes. You can read something aloud, record your voice, and then compare the audio. This exercise can tell you if all your practice is working. If you want to master English intonation, you must learn to listen first. A big part of pronunciation is hearing the correct way of pronouncing the different English sounds. Identify a word you struggle with, listen to the pronunciation, and then record your voice speaking it. You have to do this exercise many times until you are comfortable with how that word or that phrase sounds, because sometimes it's difficult to hear errors in your own pronunciation. Try to make a list of specific aspects you need to improve on. You need to listen to native English speakers many times and pick up their speech pattern, trying to surround yourself with as much English videos and audios as possible. There are excellent video and audio guides on English pronunciation that can help you to improve. Podcasts, apps, websites can help you to focus on the sounds that you are hearing and understand the accent in detail. Watching videos with English subtitles, for example, is an excellent exercise because you can read and listen to the words at the same time, especially those that are new in your vocabulary. The most effective way to minimize your accent in a foreign language is to talk to native English speakers. Find someone to practice pronunciation with allows you to learn new things. A person with an advanced knowledge can help you to identify mistakes that you cannot hear yourself, because it's important to fix and identify common English pronunciation mistakes if you want to improve. Work with your partner to establish some key sounds to improve and ask them to correct if you make mistakes. When you are unsure of how to pronounce a particular word, try to develop the habit of looking at that word in a dictionary to find out how that particular word is pronounced, because it's better to know the right pronunciation from the beginning than to fix a bad habit later on. English pronunciation dictionaries online can be one of the most useful tools that you can use for improving your pronunciation. Most of them are available online for free. They can offer additional benefits, including pronunciation guides. You can use, for example, Google Translate, because these tools provide pronunciation guides for single words and whole sentences. If you continue to use the language, your pronunciation will improve with time. Our age and the length of time we have been exposed to English can play an important role in developing good pronunciation, depending on what your native language is and which dialect of English you are studying. You will find that there are some words more difficult than others. Pronunciation is a physical skill. It's something to improve the more you use the language, because there are no shortcuts when it comes to learning. You are teaching your mouth a new way to move and using different muscles. Pronunciation problems persist because you are afraid to make mistakes. Your pronunciation and your progress will depend on the time you invest in practicing. That's all for now. Don't forget to check out the description. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching, and thank you for sharing this video. My name is Andre Arteaga. I'll see you next time.